Hi, I'd like to talk today about the benefits of homeschooling. But I can't talk about the benefits until I tell you what homeschooling is. So you want to know what homeschooling is? Well, according to the Webster Dictionary, is when a parent teaches a child all the subjects at home. It's that simple. But first of all, before I go into anything else, I'd like to talk about the types of homeschooling. There's many different types out there. A lot of people are radical about it. A lot of people do school at home, which is just like school except it's at home. But there are other types that people do. One of them is a type called the Charlotte Mason method, which is where you pretty much let your child learn from experiences. You let them read a lot of books. A lot of things are hands-on, and they learn pretty much through their hands. Another type of homeschooling is one of the homeschooling types that are pretty radical, as a lot of people would say, and that is from John Holt. According to John Holt, his practice of homeschooling is unschooling, which means that the lesson is led by the child. It's not parent directed, it's not book directed, it's whatever the child wants to learn is what the child can learn. A lot of people are critical of that method just because students need some kind of a direction, whether it's teacher directed or parent directed. Another kind of homeschooling is Christian-based homeschooling, which is usually Bible-based. The parents have beliefs that the child should be taught exclusively by parents according to the Bible. Something else that I would like to talk about now is the benefits of homeschooling. There's several benefits. One benefit is that the child can work at their own pace. If they're in a 4th grade math class, but their reading level is 8th grade, they can do that at home. A lot of times at school, in the public schools, you get shuffled around into the crowd, and the teachers just don't have time. Another benefit of homeschooling is they have one-on-one attention with their parent or their teacher. That way, if there is any problems down the line, you catch it right away. If there's questions that can be answered right away, you don't have to wait for 23 other students or wait your turn or anything like that. Another thing would be that it's much shorter than an 8-hour day at school. Most kids can get their work done within maybe 5 hours, some maybe 6, some maybe 4, depending on the speed of the child. And some other benefits are also that within the other time that you wouldn't be at school, you can take field trips, you can go on park days, and there is a lot of homeschooling groups. A lot of people worry about socialization, but socialization isn't much of a problem if you have a homeschool group with other children of your child's age that they can play together, they can learn together, and do lots of things, make trips and things like that. So basically, homeschooling has become pretty popular, and I would say that the main reason that it's popular is because of parents' beliefs. But in the world that we live in today, we're post-Columbine, and that shook up a lot of people, a lot of parents and children. And another thing would be that just keeping your children away from drugs, violence, bullies, just the things that go on in mainstream high school and elementary nowadays. So basically, I think the benefits outweigh the disadvantages of homeschooling. According to Carol Carton, I have this book. It's called Making the Grade for 6th graders. On page 3, it states that teaching children at home isn't a new phenomenon, but it is gaining in popularity. There's at least over 1 million homeschoolers in the U.S. today, and that's the ones that are just accounted for. So as far as socialization and things like that, sometimes you do go to the store and you get wacky questions from people. They'll ask your child things like, do you know how to stand in a line, or will you ever learn that? Well, obviously you'll learn how to stand in line because at the grocery store, that's where they met us. There's a few other things like, do you get to do homework in your pajamas? Well, you're home, so you can do homework in your pajamas if that's what you want to do. One other silly question is, can you go to the bathroom when you want? You're at home again, and I don't know very many people that have rules about bathrooms in their home. You can get up and use the restroom. So basically, the benefits outweigh everything out of all the disadvantages. One thing that is a real benefit is that the parent really does get to bond with their child. They get to listen to everything, their little concerns, and everything else that just comes up during the day. You get to do a lot of things that a lot of people get to miss out on. And pretty much that wraps up what I think the benefits of homeschooling is. Thank you.